The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Getz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We hope you had a great week. You guys, I love USA. I love America, and I am so excited about today's show. We have two gentlemen that are really going to talk about what makes this town so special, what makes May special. Did you know that May is Military Appreciation Month? Yes. Can we get my button, Cindy? Military Appreciation Month. That's right. That's right. So we applaud all those men and women that have served and are serving. Of course, May is also Memorial Day. That's always the last Monday in May. This year it's celebrated on May 27th. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well, but we're really going to be focusing on our military appreciation. And our first guest, he is no stranger to Beauty and the Beach Radio. He's kind of a regular now. He is a Vero native, retired colonel from the U.S. Army, served for 30 years, toured Iraq, Bosnia, and the Gulf War. Fun fact about him, Anthony William Young, Tony's grandfather, was the first mayor of Vero Beach in 1919 and is considered to be the founder, you guys, of Indian River County. Pretty cool. That's right. That's right. Colonel Young's father idolized his grandfather, the first mayor. Tony says it's really a wonderful life to be able to come back on a regular basis and watch your town grow. Young, the youngest of 5 children, said public service was expected, as it should, in his family. So for him, that meant serving the country in the U.S. Army. So after retiring from the military, Tony followed his grandfather's footsteps and became, are you ready? Of course, mayor, yes, mayor of Vero Beach in 2019. So currently he serves as team leader for a project that we're going to talk about today, the World War II Tribute. And that's being constructed right now on our Memorial Island. Please welcome our first guest, Tony Young.
Well, thank you. Woo!
Tony, I cannot wait to talk about this project. You brought with you our second guest, and he is he's a major, okay, in the Army, and president of the Military Officers Association right here, Indian River County chapter. So please welcome also Terry Treat. Yay! All right, and that's his first time, hopefully not his last on Beauty and the Beach Radio. So Terry and Tony, thank you so much for being here. So we're going to get right to it, Tony, because so many wonderful things are going on in this community. Let's dive right in. Let's talk about the World War II tribute. I want to back it up. For those who have never been to Vero Beach, we have a very, very special sanctuary called Memorial Island. Can you just set that up for a little bit before we talk about the tribute?
For those that have been to Arlington Cemetery, or even those that have been in Normandy, the United States has a lagoon sanctuary in Indian River County. And Alex McWilliam was the visionary behind it. And as the intercoastal waterway was being dredged, he says, put all that spoil in one location. In the back of his mind, he said, that'll be an island, and I'll dedicate it to the men that gave their lives, because he was a World War I veteran, and he also a Purple Heart, and just an extraordinary person. So over the years, it's been over 50, getting on 55 years, that we've had a sanctuary island set aside specifically to honor the men and women who have served our country.
You know, Tony, I would highly recommend anyone who's visiting Vero Beach to go there. And my parents, when they visit from Virginia, we always take a walk around that island. It's so peaceful. It's so beautiful. There are benches there, and it's right. You go right around the water. You can't
imagine how phenomenal that is, because truly, when you cross over the bridge, you can have the dolphins that are swimming in the intercoastal waterway. You have the wild parakeets. You've got the animals. I mean, we had to put up a sign, "Don't feed the squirrels." I mean, it is a place where truly you can just go there and walk and catch your thoughts and be at peace with the world and think about, what's it means to, give yourself to something greater. And truly, that's what that's about.
Yeah. And I do love that bicycles are forbidden there, skateboards, because it truly is a place to honor.
We have many parks in Vero. We're very fortunate. But this one is set aside specifically for that, because as you walk onto the island, right in front of you is a beautiful flag of our nation. Then you take a left, and there are 90 men with memorials there, and they have gone from the very beginning, World War I, all the way up to about a year ago. The last man that's recognized there was a young black fella. He went to Vero Beach High School, was a wrestler like I was, like his dad was, and unfortunately, he was killed accidentally on active duty. And when that happened, his dad came to us and said, "Hey, I'd love to have a recognition for my son's service," and it was beautiful.
Wow, I love that. I love that so much. So, okay, so now present time, and every year, I know Cindy and I in the last few years, the sound engineer, she and I would go to the beautiful Memorial Day services that are held there on the island. And I know that there was talk, last year about this new stage, this new tribute. And I really want to dive into that because it's so special. And I actually got to talk to you after the service last year, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. We're going to be able to actually honor World War II veterans, and there's still some that are with us."
Oh, without a doubt. Without it. Oh
right.
My gosh.
So to be able to celebrate that while they can still enjoy it and see it is incredible. So talk to me about this World War II tribute. What's so special about it?
There's really two really important goals that we have. The first goal, naturally, is to acknowledge the service and the sacrifice from all of the men and their families, the generation that kept us from speaking, Japanese or German. Okay, that's the priority number one. And the second priority is we have very, very, very few opportunities in our country where you can bring families and young people and others to a ceremony where they realize, there's something more to our lives. And, maybe the selfless sacrifice of being a soldier or an airman or a Marine or a coastie is what I want to do. And we need to have men that are willing and women that are willing to step up when they're called, because, the world is a crazy place. And if we don't have leaders in the future that were willing to do that, then we're in a predicament.
I was reading some of the, Cindy, if you want to put up a drawing, I was reading that you're going to have 4 large columns and 4 small columns, on this stage, and they're going to be embellished with certain medals and tributes. Can you give us a little brief idea on that?
Again, if you're from Vero Beach, you understand that we've always been a veteran-centric community. And what we wanted to do is have a tribute that reflected Vero Beach, the lagoon, the ocean. So what we did was we identified what stands out to people for World War II. So the tall columns are clearly all the medals related to the war. You have the Pacific, you have the Americas, you have Europe, and then you have the medal that was given to the men who were on active duty when the war began. So that's the backdrop. And in front, those 4 medallions, the first one is of the Naval Air Station that was here in Vero Beach.
I love that.
Okay, we had thousands of men that came here and women who were trained to fly, to go to the Pacific to fight the Japanese. The second one was the front of the Victory Medal, and the third is the reverse, the backside, and it's from freedom from fear and want, freedom of speech and religion, basic fundamental things that they were fighting for. And then the final logo on the western side is the only conflict that had a discharge pin dedicated to it, and that's for honorable service for the men that fought during that time frame.
Wow. All of this, Tony, is so thoughtful. Can you just briefly tell about who all was involved?
I'm glad that you asked that, because if you look at the tall columns, which will be the backdrop, the ribbons for those medals are made here in Vero Beach, custom by Sharon Sexton and Glenda Taylor. Okay, they did Royal Palm Point with all of the things there. And literally they took the ribbons and they took the stones or the tiles specifically colored to match them. So you will not go anywhere else in the world and find anything that in comparison with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely amazing.
And then the little black marker off to the west is the kiosk. And the kiosk, again, will be something specific because it'll have a QR code. And on the QR code, you'll be able to reach out and see a video of the accounts of the men that gave their lives. And so the families that have lost loved ones, we've had a sampling of them, and their stories are, I mean, it'll make you cry. It'll make you jump with joy. It's phenomenal.
Wow. Oh, it just sounds amazing. So you guys did a groundbreaking. We are, here in May, and just a couple months ago in March, you did a groundbreaking ceremony. Dignitaries were there. You had national anthem performed by Grammy award-winning vocalist Lisa Eden. You had 4 veterans attend this ceremony, ranging from, I believe, 96-year-old to almost 100 years old. Real fast, talk to us about that groundbreaking ceremony and why was that so special?
I mean, if you think about the energy that's gone into making this possible and the visioning, okay, and all of a sudden these things are beginning to materialize.
Yeah.
And the wish for those surviving World War II veterans was simply to be alive when this came to pass. And so, off to the side were 4 of them, and just to be able to acknowledge their sacrifice, and then to have the county commissioners, to have the city representatives, to have the people that were part of making this come together. You had the architect there. You had the people that were vested in there. So it's just, it was a kickoff of a Super Bowl game, and we knew that the finish was going to be an incredible victory, and we're looking forward to it. One
thing I learned from Michelle Dale, who's very involved with the military services here in our county, she says, always say their names. So the 4 veterans that attended the ceremony, and correct me if I'm wrong, Al Norton, Harold Granitor, Bill Keegan, and Robert Frost.
Yes.
Is that right?
Robert Cross.
Cross.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So congratulations to them being there. I'm sure they just absolutely were thrilled.
They were delighted. And plus, they were able to grab the shovels and throw some dirt.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. So, so Tony, the next thing I want to talk about that's so special about this World War II tribute is something called a time capsule. So I'm going to switch gears here and talk to our other guest here, because when I was doing my homework, I was like, I have to know where this idea came from. And he's right here in the studio, Terry Treat, Major Terry Treat. So Terry, we're talking about the Memorial Time Capsule. What is that? What are we talking about here?
Well, we are providing the means whereby family members of World War II veterans can permanently memorialize their relative who served by providing us with artifacts of their grandfather, or some cases father, insignia, medals, dog tags, small personal items, anything that they have that they are willing to part with permanently. It's not really a time capsule. We're calling it a memorial capsule because it will never see the light of day again.
Wow.
Once we cut off the donations of artifacts, the shell casing, can I show this?
Yes, right? Be careful there. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. This thing here is a 105 millimeter tank shell casing, solid brass.
And if I'm sorry, I'm going to interject because theater of the mind, if you're listening to the radio, it looks like a giant, gold bullet that goes from the top of his head, he's sitting down, to his lap. It is, maybe 3 foot in height?
3.5 or so.
3.5, okay.
And it's exactly 105 millimeters across.
Wow. There you go. There you go. And it's very, very heavy.
Yes, it is. So family members provide us with these items. We place them in the shell casing. Those who wish to have their family member recorded, their name recorded, we're asking them to give us the name, service, and rank of their family member. The artifacts, the capsule will be sealed on or about May 15th, and will be permanently embedded in the concrete pour of the tribute.
Oh, that is so brilliant. That is so brilliant. Now I see, now you've got some things in there already. So are those already donations for
Yes.
the capsule?
Yes.
Can you just share maybe a few things off the top of your head that family members have put into this capsule?
Dog tags,
Okay.
discharge papers,
Sure.
small personal items. My father was a World War II veteran. I put in there, in addition to his dog tags, a small leather cribbage board and a pipe that he carried with him throughout World War II.
Goodness, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What's been the reaction of these family members being able to put something in this capsule? What's been their reaction?
They are grateful
Yeah.
for the opportunity to memorialize their family member.
Love it.
If you think about it, the tribute is a permanent stage, and before the surface slab is poured, we'll take the shell casing and put it in the center of the stage, and then the cement will be poured, and there'll be a plaque on the ground that says, herein is the memorials for these men and women that served. So, I mean, it'll be something that anybody in our community can be a part of that for the future. And their kids and grandkids and family can come visit and say, hey, Uncle Fred's rank is in there,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is so special. We have to go to a station break. That we're talking about the World War II tribute. We are here with Major Terry and Colonel Tony, and really appreciating our military this month. But we've got a few more things to say, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, all in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture.
The Blue Angels are back at the Vero Beach Air Show, presented by Piper Aircraft Inc. Feel the power of the Blue Angels and the Wall of Fire. The Vero Beach Air Show, May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, presented by Piper Aircraft Inc. Tickets at VeroAirshow.com.
Supper, dinner, whatever you call it, Marsh Landing has perfected it. Come have a taste of what we've been making from scratch. Big heaping portions of old Florida specialties, from frog legs to catfish, steaks, and homemade dessert. Enjoy supper or dinner at Marsh Landing Restaurant in Fellsmere.
Big news, Treasure Coast. Your favorite mortgage team just got even better. Introducing the same trusted faces you know and love, now with Union Home Mortgage.
Hi, this is Shannon Pohl.
Hi, this is Lucy Cranker. And these high-producing team members bring decades of experience, unwavering honesty, and hearts of gold to every home loan. And here's the best part. Same local processing, underwriting, and appraisers you rely on. Contact Union Home Mortgage.
Visit us online at shannoncpohl.com
and lucycranker.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. And it is Military Appreciation Month, May is, and we want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for always making sure we're on air and able to tell you all the beautiful things that are going on in Vero Beach. So whether you're buying or selling a home, please reach out to Dale Sorensen Real Estate. They can take care of your needs. 772-231-4712 or SorensenRealEstate.com. We also want to thank Varietals and More, Rob and Michelle over at Varietals on Royal Palm Point. They always make sure we have a beverage for our guests. And today is pretty special. It's a special day anyway, because we're talking about all our military men and women. But the wine is called, it's Red Schooner. It's Voyage 11. Okay, so and then it says Red Wine of the World. So these grapes from this red wine, guys, are shipped, okay, from Argentina, okay, to the Camas Vineyards right here in the States, in California. Each annual release of the Red Schooner will be a designated sequential voyage. So this bottle is, of course, Voyage 11, and so you also have Voyage 1 through 10. But you know what? We both agreed that this really honors the men and women that have voyaged all around the world to protect our democracy, to protect our United States, to protect our freedom. So this is to all those men and women who have made that voyage to make America so great. So thank you. That is the Red Schooner Voyage 11. Thank you, Rob and Michelle. We're wrapping it up. I am with Major Terry Treat. Terry, you know, we were just talking about the wonderful capsule and all the artifacts that the families of veterans can, you know, put in this capsule, and it's going to be in the tribute. What else is going on the rest of May there at the island that people can be a part of?
Other than Memorial Day, obviously, which we would hope to conduct and dedicate the new tribute on that day. We don't know for sure. It all depends upon weather and construction delays,
Sure.
etc. If we cannot use the new tribute yet, we will conduct Memorial Day on the island with the partially completed tribute as background so people can see it. And we'll follow up with a formal dedication at some time in the future. But Memorial Day is the big event in May. Also, the one service that is not yet honored on the island and is about to be are the Merchant Mariners.
Okay.
And I don't remember that date. Do you have that date?
I can look. Actually, no, I
okay.
don't know.
The Merchant Mariners, of course, other than the 8th Air Force, which bombed Germany out of England, the Merchant Mariners had the highest casualty rate of any service that served during World War II.
Wow, listen to that.
And they weren't really considered combatants.
Wow.
They were Merchant Mariners. They manned the Liberty ships.
Wow.
And the reason their casualty rate was so high is when one of those ships in the North Atlantic got torpedoed, everybody died.
Wow.
If they weren't killed by the torpedo blast, they died of hypothermia in the water because the convoy could not stop.
Oh, wow.
That would make them sitting ducks for the U-boats that are still lurking out there.
My goodness.
So those guys did a lot, and they only within the last 10 years were honored as combatants.
Wow, that's so special. So that's going to be happening in May as well.
That's in May. I'm sorry, I can't remember the date.
That's all right. We can Google that. I want to wrap it up, and you know, we're definitely reaching out to all military, and thank you for your service, past, present. Can we finish? We've got about 30 seconds. We were talking about the service and one of the veterans, what he said to you about that special event. Tell us about that.
As I was helping Harold Granitor back to his seat from turning a spade of dirt during the groundbreaking, Harold said to me, "My final objective in my life is to be alive when this tribute is dedicated."
I love that. I love that. Well, we hope that for you too, because it's going to be a special, special day. You guys, we'll see you Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th. Make it a great day and tell somebody in the service you love them and you appreciate them. Bye, guys.